Good evening, Brittany. Today is Wednesday, October the 5th. Today I've just got a bunch of where things came from for you, like sayings and stuff. You're getting married in March. Back in the 1500s, people would get married in June because their yearly bath was in May. They figured they'd still smell good by then. The bride would carry a bouquet of flowers so that she didn't smell horrible, or that it would cover up the odor. Usually the man of the house would bathe first, followed by the other men or boys, the sons of the house, and then the women, then the children, and then last the babies. By then the water was so dirty you couldn't even see in it. You ever heard the saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathing water? That's where that came from. Another funny little saying that's out there, it's raining cats and dogs, came from this. Back in the day, houses were made of straw and stuff like that, the roofs. And it was warm on the roof because the people inside were keeping it warm. So the animals and everything would climb up on the roof to stay warm. And then when it rained, it'd get slippery and some of the animals would fall off. Hence, it's raining cats and dogs. That's also how canopy beds came to be made. When the bugs and stuff would fall through the roof, which was inevitable, they'd hang sheets over their bed so that none of them would hit the bed. And, I'm guessing that's where bed bugs came from also, but I'm not really sure. So in the old days in England, they didn't have enough room for everyone to be buried when they died. So they'd dig them up and use the graves again. But they noticed that when they dug up the graves, some of them would have scratching and marks on the inside of the coffins. So they started tying a string around the person's wrist up through the ground to a bell on the top side. Then they'd have someone sit out all night in the graveyard, thus creating the graveyard shift, to listen for the bells. So someone could be saved by the bell. I think my favorite drum corps memory would have to be walking off the field in San Antonio, Texas, after our show. After the best show we had played, we got an amazing crowd reaction, and then we had some talk from our administrators and techs and stuff, and it was an amazing feeling. And then having the rest of the day just to watch shows and stuff, it's probably my best memory. Now, since we're talking about memories, I want to know, what's your favorite childhood memory? So that's it for today, but I love you very much, and I will see you on Saturday.